I told you I'm here to get it, cause baby I'm in my prime. So if you want it, come with it, nobody dimming my shine. Been a long time, homie, since I first got down. Still on top of my game, forever play to the crowd. When I'm in front of a mic and I'm in the spotlight, the gridiron, man, we taking y'all on a flight. Always coming for the hardcore, this is what I work for. Got them feeling for some more, they yelling encore. Verbally, I'm bringing heat to the streets. The flame spitter, my squad, nothing but winners, and you'll never see a quitter. Cause adversity is part of the plan, just as sure as you go, always bob your head to the jam. So turn your volume up, you can see me up on your screen, kicking knowledge like you need it. Y'all some football fiends, bringing heat at 100, we the realest around. Welcome to the gridiron, baby, it's going down now. Like the music buzzing in amps, when I hit the end zone, fans are rocking the stands. Cause I'm an all-be known until the break of the dawn. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the bill. It's the battle hymn, homie, gonna bang in your ear. And when they hear it, they gon' know the Kings is here. All-be known until the break of the dawn. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the bill. I'm here to get mine, never gonna dwell on the past. Always moving forward, I won't take my foot off the gas. And I'm ready for the battle and whatever may come. I fight from up in the saddle, go and beat that war drum. If you want some, get some, wicked about to get dumb. Got the crowd getting loud, everybody head sprung. Hitting hard and coming stronger like a buck from a cage. Like Micah, I'm a lion busting out of my cage. Cause y'all ain't holding me now, I'll break your bury you down. Go and check your books, cause there ain't no play to be found. They can counter what I'm bringing, you ain't figure me out. Hitting suckers from their gut to their chest and their mouth. And now we steady climbing up to the top. You trying to get on our level, they watch your ass get dropped. Yo, it's your boy on the track, the OG double G. I'm rolling with the heavy hitter, yeah, that's Jerzey the King. Let's get it. I told you I'm here to get it, cause baby I'm in my prime. So if you want it, come with it, nobody dimming my shine. Been a long time, homie, since I first got down. Still on top of my game, forever play in front of a mic, and I'm in the spotlight.
Good morning, y'all.
We taking always coming for the hardcore. This is what I work for.
It's the gridiron, baby.
Encore. Yeah.
Let's go. Good morning, y'all. Welcome into the Gridiron Podcast Show. I'm your boy Jerzey the King. He is Double G Gabe Garcia. We are here. We are live. We are getting it popping today. We got a great show for y'all, man. We got some UFL news. Last day of cuts were made. Got some more NFL free agency moves that were made. UFL announced some big news as well that we're going to get into. And fan mail, of course. You already know. So, with that being said, man, let's get into the show, man. Let's get it popping.
Let's go.
It's the gridiron, baby. Good morning, good afternoon, and happy Saturday to you all. Welcome into the Gridiron Podcast Show, live on Fuel Sports Network and Facebook and YouTube social media platforms. I am your co-host, Jerzey the King, and to my left, of course, as always, the one,
what up?
OG Double G,
yes,
the wicked one.
What is up, y'all? Happy Saturday, man. We are hyped, baby.
How you feeling, man?
We
1 week away, baby.
I am good, bro. Hey, we're 1 week out, bro. From
one
week 1 to the week out. Let's go. Let's go, man. We got the Battle of the Champions in 1 week.
Oh, the UFL is here.
Yes.
The UFL is here. It's going down. Ball Hog 1 is in the building. How you doing today, my brother? Make sure you guys check him out at the St. Louis Battle Hog games and all over the UFL this year, man. He's gonna be all over the place. Make sure you go and check him out. Super fan, you already know. My boy Hit is in the building. What's going on, Hit? Welcome in. Always talking that crap on the Cowboys. That's what he does. He's our Cho. We love him. That's why he's here. You know what I mean? What's going on, E-Doc? Flo, aka Ballhawk 1. Yes, 1 week away. Bro, Brock is in the building. Brother of Brett the Hitman, I believe. Says Boomers in the house. Giddy up Stallions March 30th. Hey, he's a Stallions fan.
I'm sorry.
Rock.
I'm sorry.
Gabe's an Arlington fan. Die hard.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that that's going to be the matchup of the week. I'm just saying.
I'm all I'm saying is I know.
Angel.
One of their receivers is ready to roll on y'all next week.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be on. Oh, I love it though. I'm ready, baby.
What's going on, Angel? Welcome in, brother.
Angel? My little carnalito, how you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good one. What is
Miss
up?
B, how are you, love? Welcome into the show this morning. We getting it in right now, y'all. We talking to the crowd real quick. We're live on Fuel Sports Network. If you didn't know already, make sure you go and download the Fuel Sports Network channel, on your Roku and Fire Stick and Amazon TVs and devices. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Mike Tackett's in the building. What's going on, Mike? How are you? How are you, brother?
Man, we got a lot.
Beautiful, Pinchy Renegades. I love it.
Renegades, baby. That's saying it's
Okay,
all about.
There you go. My boy Platinum Gumbo's in the building. Larry David on the Rich Eisen. Yo, Larry David cracked me up on the Rich Eisen show, man. He had me dying. I seen that. I definitely seen that, man. That was so funny. He had me crying. What's going on, Nick? Welcome in, brother.
Nick? How you doing, Nick?
How you doing? Good morning to you. So we got some news for you guys, man. We got a lot of news to get into with the UFL. And, we love to talk about the UFL here on the Gridiron. But guess what, guys? We're also going to start covering the IFL. We're going to start talking about the Indoor Football League. And in a couple weeks, we're going to have the Vegas Nighthawks player personnel rep, Evan Wilsmore, on the show. He's going to be talking to us about the IFL, talking to us a little bit more about the Vegas Nighthawks and what you can expect from them this season in the Indoor Football League, man. So make sure you guys check it out. And I'm working, y'all. I'm trying to get the Vegas Nighthawk games live on Fuel. So, man, just wish me luck. We're going hard for it, man. We're working hard on that, man. But again, like I said, we're going to get into some UFL news. And Gabe, I know you heard. Did you guys hear?
What did I hear? What did we hear? Do tell. Yeah. Big. That's big, baby. That is big.
All the games are to be aired nationwide on Sirius XM.
This is major.
That's huge.
You talk about more access for the league. Like, this is big, guys, because I don't know about you guys, man, but like I'll be on Sundays or during the NFL season, I'm watching football, right? Sometimes I gotta roll out to the store, sometimes I gotta roll out and do something. I got Sirius XM in my car, boom, I pop the game on. I'll be able to do the same with the UFL. If you can't be near a TV and you got Sirius XM, this is just more access for you guys and for all of us. And this is I don't know, a lot of people understand just how big this is. Getting your games up on Sirius XM is not like a small feat. That means that they're really, really making deals to get this as accessible, to the masses as possible. And this is going to help, man. I dig it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I love it. Like you said, man, going back to your point of being able to have it on the go. If you have Sirius XM in your car, you need to run to the store, like you said, and do something before the game starts, you can always catch it on your radio. You know what I mean? And that's going to be awesome. That's huge because now you get those Sirius XM viewers. You know what I mean? They get records, or numbers for those Sirius XM. What's going on, Michael? How are you this morning, my brother? Michael Lathrop, member of the Fuel family. You already know. How are you, my brother? But it's big because now they get those listeners on Sirius XM as well as the viewers on television as well as the attendance at these games. So this is huge for the UFL. Well, this is very, very big.
What's also big is when you listen to Sirius XM, like I listen to it on a daily basis, man, and I could be listening to like the fantasy channel or just different channels, and they're advertising, games for different leagues for the NBA. So you're going to be hearing the advertising. If you're listening to Sirius XM, you're listening to music, whatever it is, you're going to be hearing it. People are going to be hearing about it, and Definitely. So, man, I just think when I saw this news break, man. I was like, wow. That's all I could say was wow. And all I can say is kudos to the UFL for getting this deal done.
Definitely.
It was big.
It's big for them, man. It's going to be big for us fans as well. Like you said, man, we're going to be able to listen on the go. We're going to be able to listen to the game anywhere.
I love it, man, because, sometimes dudes like me, I got the whole honeydew list. I can't be inside watching football. She's like, no, man, you got
Right.
to work in the
You
yard.
got you got something to do.
Yeah, I could pop in my headphones now, you know.
Turn on that Sirius XM
Right,
and
man,
still
that's
watch the
right.
game.
Well, I'm
Or
out
if
there
you
with the
got
damn weed eater.
ESPN Plus, you can throw on ESPN Plus on your phone. If you got, the ABC app, you know what I mean? You can watch the
Yeah,
game on ABC. So there's going to be places that you can watch the games, you know what I mean, on the go as well. So, but Sirius XM, you get those Sirius XM listeners, and that's going to be huge because that's going to open up the fan base. That's going to
yeah,
strengthen that, you know what I
absolutely.
mean? I think it's going to grow the fan base is what I'm trying to say, basically. I think
Yeah,
it's going to really grow the fan base and make it easier for a successful first season, because that's all we want. You know what I mean? We want a successful first season so we can move on to the second season and start
oh
thinking
yeah,
about the future. You know what I mean?
oh
If
yeah,
we know for sure that we're going into a second season, you know what I mean? Then we can start thinking about the future. Then we can start talking about expansion. You know what I mean? So that's my main thing, and I think that's, like you said, that's huge for the UFL and getting that deal done with Sirius XM, and as well as the deal they got done last week with Michael Strahan and the off-field apparel. You know what I mean? Just the things that they're doing this season, or this go round, I should say, for this merge league that they weren't doing so much of with the XFL and the USFL separately. I think this is a good push for the future of the UFL. I think this is going to start off, the right way and give the UFL a chance of survival for a really long time.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
I
it's
agree, and
huge.
I do feel like that they're putting everything in place to make it accessible.
Mhm.
Y'all saw that we got the app, the official app. If you haven't downloaded it, if you had the XFL app downloaded last year, it's the same app. Okay, just
Yep.
re-enable it. But y'all need to go and download this thing. Okay, but
All they
so
did was update it.
yeah, so you've got the app. Right now, they're in the process of changing over all of their all the social medias, and now we've got Sirius XM. We've got it where you're going to be watching it on just different networks, man. It's going to be so accessible. So the UFL is, in my opinion, going all out and trying to make this as accessible as possible, and that is a very, very, very key thing for the success going forward, man. Because people have to be able to watch it,
Yeah,
and you want it as easily accessible as possible.
definitely.
The more places, the better, man. Yeah,
Of course, and having that app, you know what I mean, and you're able to personalize the app, and you're able to set it up for your team specifically and all that good stuff. That's the one thing I do like, you know what I mean? And that's what I liked about the XFL app. You were able to personalize it. And now they even have wallpapers and stuff for your teams. So, it's just it's a lot of innovation. Like, they're still trying to stick with the whole fan thing, you know what I mean? Of, hey, we're for the fans, by the fans, and keeping the fan engagement there. But I think that they need to do a lot more. But it is available on iOS and Android. So make sure you guys go and download it. Like you said, it's not nothing super appealing, let's be honest. But
yeah.
it
But
is it is definitely a good app.
they'll work on it, man. They'll work on it. They'll work on it.
Oh, most definitely. They're gonna definitely have to enhance it eventually, especially when they add more teams. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
if we
I'm
get to
really
that point.
hoping we get some depth charts updated on there as soon as
Mhm.
possible. You can look at the rosters of the teams, but it's all mixed up, man. So you can't even like narrow it down by position. You have to kind of they don't have the depth charts up yet. So the team should be announcing it this week, though.
Yeah, and one thing that kind of irritated me too, when you look at the rosters, there's no pictures of these players. And here's my thing.
Yeah.
You just had 2 days worth of media day. Y'all ain't getting no headshots of these players.
Apparently
You
not.
know what I mean?
They went out of their way to make some nice little social media video days. You know what I'm saying? The videos when they were doing the Jersey.
Exactly.
Y'all couldn't get some headshots out of that.
I couldn't get some headshots, guys. Come on now.
Hey,
That's
hey,
all we wanted
come on,
was some
man.
headshots. It's a goofball, yo. Look, Angel's got it. Look, that's what I'm talking about, man. Look, this is the Gridiron Podcast Show presented by Fuel and Pro Football Alliance, live on Fuel Sports Network, as well as YouTube and social media platforms all around. So you already know. Represent that Fuel. Make sure you download the Fuel Sports Network channel on Roku and Amazon TV and devices. When we come back from this commercial break, we are going to be breaking down these roster cuts. So we got a lot more to talk about with the UFL. Sit back, relax. This is the Gridiron Podcast Show. Like I said, man, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with more.
Yeah, if you got
UFL talk.
Same great taste. Yes, same great taste. Same great taste.
Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the
Man, we got to get a proper remix in there, bro, because those two types of different beats, they just clashed. They clashed. We got to get a little bit.
A little bit, you know what I mean? A little bit.
I know a few DJs, though. All right?
We know a couple guys. You know what I mean? You know a couple guys. Welcome back to the Gridiron Podcast Show, presented by Fuel Sports Network and Pro Football Alliance. I am your host. Well, one of your hosts, I'm sorry. The one, the only Jerzey the King. He is Double G, OG, the Wicked One, Gabe Garcia. And before we went to break, man, we were talking about the UFL, of course, their latest announcement of partnering up with the Sirius XM, and all games are going to be aired. Now we're going to get into the cuts. Now, the last round of cuts have been made. Now, forgive me, y'all. I don't have my Twitter signed in on this computer, so I don't have.
I got mine. Can you
so we're gonna allow Gabe to go ahead and
I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. I got you.
We're gonna go over these cuts.
That's why we're boys. See, you I ain't got my Twitter up. I'm like, I got you. I'm gonna pull mine up here. We're good.
You see what I mean?
It's all Gridiron King, baby. You already know.
Familiar, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
That's right, baby. That's right.
But how do you guys feel about the cuts that have been made? Is what I really want to know out there. For everybody that's watching, everybody who's in the chat, let me know your thoughts on the cuts for your teams that have been made, and how you feel about them as we go through these different cuts on these different teams, because there were some big cuts. I mean, with some of the names that I saw, it's got to tell you the talent level on these teams. I'm just saying, it's got to. It's just got to. The talent level is just it's there, because man, there were some surprises. I tell you.
Oh, major, bro, and it goes just to show you, like what we talked about, that there is a lot of talent that is still left off rosters right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's so important for these guys that locked in their spot. Like, they're like, nah, man, I got to keep my spot, because they know that there is somebody sitting by a phone that has the talent capable of taking their spot.
Right.
If something happens, like, whether it's, God forbid, an injury, or they're just not performing, there's a lot of talent that unfortunately has been left off of these rosters, man. But hey, when you've only got 8 teams, that's just the way it is, man. That's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is, man. And I think, like I said, some of these names that were on these lists, like I said, guys, we're gonna get this up here for you in a minute. Some of the names here that were on these lists, man, is just surprising, because of the talent level that they shown in their respective leagues last season on the teams that they were on. You know what I mean? And for these names to be cut, like I said, that just shows you what we should expect from the league this year, honestly, because that just goes to show you the amount of talent that's still out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus the amount of talent that's on these teams. You know what I mean? So what's going on, DJP? My guy, we got Vipers in Vegas. We got Vipers in Vegas. That's my guy right there. What's going on, brother? Welcome into the show, man. But yeah, like I said, I just think it's huge.
I got a better link up there for you, bro. See if you can find that. Analyzing the final cuts. It's gonna go through all of them. If you've got that link on there.
Did you send it to me?
No, I got it up on mine. You should.
Okay, click present.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Technical difficulties. It's all good.
We're going with share screen. All right. Yeah, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. All right. So now it ain't my fault that the Renegades are at the top of this list, okay? They know that people want to know what's going on with the defending XFL champions.
Right. That's all. Raise hell, you know.
Hey, can you control it? You need me to do it?
No, that's all you.
Okay.
So,
all right.
First round of cuts for the Renegades. One of the names on here, man, Nico Bolden. Wide receiver, Nico Bolden. That was super surprising to me. Because
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Nico went crazy last season. Especially when Luis came up on the team. Once Luis got there, a lot of players really got to show out a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think, and for me, Devin Darrington, that one was really a surprise for me. But what I've been hearing, is a lot of talk about Day Hunter, what he's been doing there behind Davion Smith at running back. So
I agree,
this does surprise me though. This does surprise me, man, that Harrington was gonna, I thought for sure he was a lock, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, I did too, especially at that running back position. You know what I mean? And you wanting to keep that running back room.
And also Christian Sam, linebacker. Listen, linebacker Christian Sam was a little bit of a surprise for me as well. Definitely one of the guys that I expected to be on there for depth, and
Cy Barnett. That's another name on that list that was cut. Even Roderick Perry. Roderick Perry did pretty well last season, and that was another surprise for me. But like I said, that just goes to show you what to expect from the Renegades this season.
That's right.
Cutting talent like that. You know what I mean? Now
you look at DC, man. How that Zaquandre White was just brought in like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that because they needed to fill that spot, I guess, but now he's gone. So I mean, he did. Let's be honest. Did he really get a fair chance to kind of earn his spot there? No, not really.
Right.
That it is what it is.
Flame, what's going on? I believe Tyler Vaughns is still on the Renegades. DJP. Flame says, from what Ayler said in regards to Sam on his podcast, he just left after doing laundry, allegedly. He just dipped.
Right.
Oh wow, that's hilarious. DC. I could see Tisdale. That was a surprise for me. But some of the other names on this list for DC wasn't really a surprise. I mean, they got a lot of players coming back. You know what I mean?
There's really nobody that stands out there. I mean, especially when you look on the defensive side of the ball for DC, Kentrell Bryce at safety, Jordan Evans at linebacker. This defense was just so loaded last year. and a lot of these guys came back. So I guess it's kind of, if you play defense and you're trying to get a spot on this team, good luck.
Right. You better show up and show out. Like Brock said earlier about them boys who did make the team. They came. That just shows the amount of talent who came out there, and them boys showed up and showed out. But Hit, to answer your question real quick, they're cut. They're cut from the team. They won't be playing. They could be used. They could be picked up during the season with injuries.
Some of these guys could be picked up by other teams too. So it's.
Yeah, White really didn't have a chance. That tells you DC is very comfortable with their running back room. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because they're not. They don't have.
How comfortable though? How comfortable are they though? Let's be
without
real.
Smith.
Without Smith. I mean, we're gonna find out. But these guys that they kept on are the guys that have been there through the whole duration of camp. So
exactly.
I think it was more a thing of White just not having enough time to really show anything. In my opinion. But
hey, it is what it is.
And how about those Brahmas, bro? What is up with the Brahmas?
With the Brahmas?
Brahmas, man. Y'all ready? San Antonio.
They're ready.
What y'all think of these cuts, man?
Listen. San Antonio, I think, might be a surprise in the XFL conference.
Stop it. My bad, bro. Go explain yourself, Jerzey.
I got some splaining to do. I got some splaining to do. Okay.
Straight up, bro. Kick me up.
This is why I say what I say. Look who they've cut. On the defensive side, especially. You cut your best defensive player from last year. Now, Jordan Veazey. You cut Jordan Veazey. Calvin Turner.
Yeah, that one was a surprise to me. That one was a surprise.
What is going on over there in San Antonio?
Especially because Turner's a guy who's very versatile.
Yeah.
They can use him a lot of different ways, man.
You can put him in the slot or you can line him up all wide. So this is what I'm saying. With some of these cuts that have been made, this is why I say there have been a lot of surprises, and I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. Like Dirty and A-Train and everybody keeps saying, a lot of people keep saying, myself, I don't think we're going to have a team under 500, and if we do, it's going to be like maybe one, maybe two.
I'm telling y'all, we're going to have a team. There could be two. I just think there's not enough teams. There's not enough as big of a schedule for everybody to be over 500.
No, I get what you're saying, Flame.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. I feel
right. I get what you're saying.
But I mean, San Antonio, though, I guess to me, they are a lot like, they're one of the big wild cards, like unknowns. You know what I mean? Like, I think their fans have a good reason for being excited because there's some changes. They saw there was a struggling squad last year. I mean, damn, y'all lost to Kyle Sloter. What? But that's why, it was like it's a clean slate now. You get Wade up in there. Everybody's excited. So I get what you're saying. That there's reason for optimism with this team. And when you're looking at the cuts, yes, it's because there is talent on this squad.
Yeah, man.
So I hear you on that, but I gotta see it. I'm just saying.
Let's move on though. Let's move on.
Battle Hawks. We got the Battle Hawks, man.
I can't say I'm really surprised with some of these cuts, but I am. You know what I mean? I mean, the Battle Hawks are going to be stacked this season. I think the Battle Hawks are going to be pretty stacked this season, especially in that wide receiver room. You know what I mean? JP's is going to be coming back in about week 3, week 4, maybe week 5 at the latest. You know what I mean? So he'll be back for midway through the season. They can finish out the season strong with an even stronger wide receiver core. That's why I say it's going to be kind of interesting to see, man. It's going to be kind of interesting to see with St. Louis because the cuts that they have made, some were surprising, right? But some you were expecting because of the talent that they have and that they drafted and already had on the team.
Well, and
You
I,
feel what
I
I mean?
a lot of what we're talking about how good the talent is for some of these teams. That's why they didn't keep some of these players. I think a lot of it though is stuff that
I'm
we're not
sorry, y'all. Hold
just
on, not to cut you off. I'm
stuff.
sorry. Nico Bolden does not play for um
Yeah, no, he's for St. Louis. But you were right
he's
about the
not a
cut.
wide
You
receiver
were right
for
about the
the
cut though.
Renegades. My bad.
That was a
But that was
surprising cut
those
though.
two names right there. The first two names.
Yeah.
Actually, the first Kevin Atkins, Nico Bolden, Amike Egbule. Those were my most surprising names on the Battlehawks list. So forgive me.
And like we talk about a lot of times we don't know what went on behind the scenes at practice, man. Maybe some of these guys just aren't showing enough anymore. You know, maybe it's more about the name and some of these guys that they just didn't show enough in camp. Maybe some of these guys lost the battle position instead of just saying, well, there's just so much talent. Maybe it was that, hey, dog, you just didn't show up for these 3-4 weeks.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe but we know, who knows, man. We're gonna find out. A lot of these guys you're gonna see it, man. There's gonna be injuries. There's gonna be issues with some players on across the league during the season where some of these guys you're gonna see them getting picked up, man.
Right. On the other half of this commercial break, guys, we are gonna break down the last four teams in their cuts. Then we're gonna get into some NFL news and get into some fan mail. You already know. This is the Gridiron Podcast Show presented to you by Fuel and Pro Football Alliance live right here on Fuel Sports Network and, of course, your YouTube and social media platforms. But we'll be right back, y'all, after this commercial break.
Yes.
Hit for my wins, I need my ends. The cypher's real, and play pretend. Came off the
Welcome back to the Gridiron Podcast Show. I'm your co-host, Jerzey the King. Of course, to my left, the one and only, the wicked one, OGWG Garcia. And we were, go ahead, share your screen again, bro. We were breaking down the UFL cuts that have been made, the final cuts before the season. We are 1 week away, y'all. We are 1 week away. And forgive me, I'm working on my producer, to be with the commercial breaks and stuff, we gotta get some more videos. But speaking of,
give me one second.
He said just imagine not showing up. Ronnie, welcome into the show, man. Ronnie says St. Louis Battlehawks need some cornerbacks. You might have to holler at the B-Hawk Live crew this Wednesday and talk about that. You already know it's one of the family shows on the network, so make sure you guys check them out every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Fuel Sports Network. But yeah, we were talking about the cuts, and we went through the first four teams we went through were, of course, Arlington Renegades, DC Defenders, San Antonio Brahmas, and the St. Louis Battlehawks, the XFL conference teams. We're now going to break down.
So that the site I was using for some reason I cannot find the USFL. There was the XFL, so I'm gonna go team by team in the USFL.
Okay, no problem. No problem. But
That's
yeah, like I said, I'm honestly surprised at some. I'm surprised at them with a lot of these names because man, that just like I said, that just goes to show the talent that is out there. There's so much talent out there.
Yep. Yeah,
and
there is,
it's gonna be huge. Okay, Ronnie says I watch them every day, every Wednesday. Word up, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for supporting the family. Thank you for being here and checking out the Gridiron today with us, man. We're glad to have you here, man.
Appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. So let's look at Birmingham, man. Start off with the top
Let's
dog.
look at these giddy uppers, the Stallions. Look, I'm not gonna be no daggone Stallion fan. I'm gonna support the league. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I guess this year I'm a Hellraiser.
That's right. That's
I
right.
guess
them renegades. They mount up. They mount up, baby. They gonna ride that stallion. You go where I tell you to go.
Next Saturday, y'all. Next Saturday. But yeah, some of these names right here now. I don't know, man.
Chauncey Rivers was a little bit of a surprise for me. This is just
a little bit.
This is a team though that could be one of, at least on paper for right now, one of the deepest teams across the board. At most of their positions, which is why they're being, one of the favorites, of course. But they're deep. They are deep, man. And every one of these guys that they cut, there's a reason that they were, they were one of the last to be cut because most of these guys are borderline, man. They could still be on the roster, good enough to be on the roster.
Yes, they can.
In that final 50, man. But I mean, any names stand out to you here?
Saint Amour.
Okay.
I thought he had a good chance to make that defensive squad, but I guess Birmingham said otherwise. Slade Bolden as well. That kind of surprised me. Bubba Bolden wasn't really that much of a surprise. Malik Hall wasn't really that much of a surprise. Just seeing their linebacker core for the last 2 years. They've been pretty solid. So, like I said, just Bolden and Amour were really, and I would say Chauncey Rivers too. I think those are the three main names on that list there for me that are the most to be surprised about, in my opinion.
Okay. I hear you. Now let's jump to Michigan, bro. Okay.
Oh, Cole got picked up by Michigan. The center, Cole Cabral, he got picked up by Michigan. Okay. Speaking of Michigan,
they did claim him. So let's look at Michigan's final cuts. A lot of very defense heavy. Only 3 players on the offensive side of the ball that were cut for the final 50. Wow. I mean, I like defense. Damn, that's where I want to be, deep at defense, but who knows what they've got lined up, man.
Exactly, and that's why I say some of these cuts are surprising, and I think some of these teams are going to surprise us on either side of the ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, like, let's say Michigan, for instance. Let's take Michigan, for instance. Look at Michigan right now. Look at their cut list. Like you said, they only have 3 offensive players, and that one of those names on the offense really surprised me. And that's Samson Nakua. Puka Nakua's older brothers. That really, really surprised me. And on the defensive side, Nazir player was a surprise for me. I thought he had a good chance of making that defense. And, I don't know. The rest of those names really didn't surprise me.
Nobody really. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah,
Really
because look at the running back room already. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Toa Taua, excuse me. Sorry for butchering your name. But yeah, Taua didn't really surprise me. You know what I mean? It was going to be hard to make that running back room, and you had to really outperform some good names on that list. So that wasn't really a surprise for me, more so than, Nakua on the offensive side. And, like I said, the Nazir player was really one of those names on the defensive side. The other names on there, I had a feeling that they were on the fence. So
Yeah.
not too many surprises for me.
All right.
Who we looking at next?
Well, let's see, man. These sites are all mixed up, bro. Trying to find every single one of these teams and find their final cuts. Here we go. Here we go. Well, maybe UFL. See, bro, this is why technology just kind of pissed me off sometimes. Get your sites in order, y'all. We got to use this stuff. You know what I mean?
We got to get it right, y'all. What's going on? Y'all pissing Gabe off.
Shit, bro. I came into this thing thinking we were ready to roll, man. And then you're like, hey, pull your sites up. I'm like, oh, shit. Let me do this thing. Let me do this, man. Okay, so let's tell you what. Let's go down to the teams and see if we can find something here. Roughnecks.
Looking, I'm late.
Some of the Roughnecks. Doesn't look like I'm finding any news on here. Here we go.
Latest. There we go. See, look. I knew you'd find it. I knew you'd find it. Let's get it, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go. Oh man, they went crazy on the offensive tackle spot, man. Offensive line got hit with cuts. Wow.
Sheesh. What names on there surprise you?
Oh, well, Isaiah Chambers jumps out at me. And also, I don't know what they're. I mean, okay, so can somebody tell me? Maybe I got a Roughnecks fan in the comments today. Who's your starting tight end?
Morning, Mama.
Your starting tight end is. Okay, because I'm looking at this, and you cut a tight end, and that means like, oh, okay, who else you got in there?
Yeah, you're right. Flame says Michigan pretty much just grabbed up nearly all the Philly Stars receivers, which is you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I'm not singing I'm sorry for 2004, damn it. It's a fool.
When I'm looking at Houston, though, I'm just really surprised at how many, how much they went on the offensive line, man. Like,
yeah.
Wow. Okay, you just released 3 offensive tackles. Like, how many did they have in camp to begin
right.
with? You know what I mean? So that kind of stands out to me. It's a little scary because our offensive line, that's the heart of your entire offense right there. So you really want to be deep there.
That is the name that jumps out at me and was a surprise for me. Manny Bunch. He was all USFL last year, and for him to get cut, that just goes to show. He says Clinton Siggs, he believes, is the tight end for the Roughnecks. Played on the USFL Houston Gamblers last year.
Okay. Well.
So, yeah.
Of course, some of these Gamblers players, I'm actually surprised because a lot of those Gamblers players were gone from the first round of cuts.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm like, damn, they still had some Gamblers players on there.
Right.
Let's go to the last team, and this is the squad that a lot of people are expecting, to the Showboats to really just kind of do something against in the USFL conference. I'm trying to find the news of them on their final cuts here. Where are you? See, man, this is what I'm talking about, dog. All right. You know what? I'm just going to go to this one here. This site here is a little bit kind of more wider, but hey, whatever. We're ready. Okay. Y'all just be patient. All right. So, okay. They're looking at, there we go. The final players have been placed on waivers. Okay. So the Showboats make their final cuts, set their 50-man roster. Let's go down.
See what we got here. Like I said, this is the Gridiron Podcast Show live presented to you by Fuel and the Pro Football Alliance.
Okay,
We're live
so
on Fuel Sports Network, baby.
this is what we're looking at. DJ Daniel, cornerback.
Wow.
Wide receiver Rashard Davis.
Wow. The Yacht Club is.
Ryan McDaniel, wide receiver. Linebacker Shane
Salmon didn't make it. Ty Smith didn't make it. Dang, they cut a lot of players, man.
They did.
They cut a lot of players.
This is another team, though, like I said about the Stallions, there's a reason for the hype on paper because what they did, like they're kind of loaded, in terms of depth.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
I agree, Brock. They're running that offense through Mark Thompson. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Houston's running that offense through Mark Thompson.
Absolutely.
Filippo pretty much cut all the Showboats receivers that were on the team last year. Hey, DeFilippo know what he's doing. Say, got my Roku pumping out the fuel. Appreciate it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you download that Fuel Sports Network channel on your Roku and Amazon TVs and devices. Put it on all the devices in your house. Just download it. So anywhere you go in your home, you can watch us.
Just do it.
Just do it.
We got the memory room. It's not going to take up all your memory. It's an app.
At all.
All right. Just quit playing, y'all. Quit playing. Support. Because this is going to be the Fuel Network is going to be your official headquarters for everything UFL. Not official UFL, but official fan. The fans. So that's what we doing.
I can't get hit. Go to sleep. Talking about SpongeBob. But now, before we go into this commercial break, I do want to talk about L'Jarius Sneed getting traded.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest free agency moves. And Will Grier getting picked up, which really by Pittsburgh, which really isn't a big deal. But L'Jarius Sneed getting traded to the Tennessee Titans. Whew! Tennessee on the move, boy. Yeah. Tennessee is on the move. Tennessee made some major moves this offseason already. When I say Tennessee made some major,
they got to do something, bro. They got to do something because they're gonna have to deal with, could Jacksonville hopefully bounce back? We know what Houston's gonna be this year.
Yeah, we definitely do. But you know what?
And Indy's gonna be back too. So,
but you know what what Tennessee did? They gave Will Levis some weapons on offense.
Yeah, but I still feel even with Pollard there, I think it's a downgrade in the running game without Derrick.
Oh yeah, of course. You don't have
but I think this tells us, bro, that the entire offensive philosophy now is about to change. This is not going to be based around the run game no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think this is going to mean now that Tennessee is there's a changing of philosophy on offense where it's not just going to be about, okay, we're going to hand the ball off 3 downs in a row and hope we can get a first down and then do some play action. They're not going to be able to do that now. So, but I think that's why they did go, like you said, they got Will Levis some weapons. Now you add a cornerback like a L'Jarius Sneed, who made a big play in that AFC Championship game when, they're in the goal line and knocked that ball out. So, yeah, this is the big move, man. Good move. Good move for Tennessee.
Definitely. Well, on the other side of this last commercial break of the day, we're going to get into some fan mail, of course, and end the show on some fan mail. So sit back, relax. This is the Gridiron Podcast Show presented by Fuel and Pro Football Alliance live on Fuel Sports Network. We will be right back.
Hit for my wins, I need my ends. The cypher's real, and play pretend. Ain't
gotta give me some of that jerky. I gotta order me some of that just me jerky, man. I heard it's pretty damn good, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I heard it's pretty damn good. But it's time to get into one of my favorite parts of the show. You already know. What happened? Oh, sorry, y'all. My bad. We got our first.
Jerzey slipping a bit. Y'all be patient, okay?
It's not me. It's not me.
I'm telling you, technology, bro.
We got some feedback coming from my boy Hit. He says, "Do you believe giving certain players guaranteed money is a good thing, even though they had a good season last season? They may not play the same next season." Very good question.
Therein lies the gamble all the time. And that's when having a good agent for the player comes into play, because that agent's going to try and get you as much guaranteed money as he possibly can. If it was up to these teams, I'll tell you right now, if it was just up to the teams with no negotiation, they wouldn't give any guaranteed money. They'd be like, no, you need to be on the field. What you get if you get injured, you don't get paid. But these players have become such commodities to these teams. The talent level is so good for a lot of these good players that they can demand in their negotiations some I want some guaranteed money. I want to make sure that if some kind of injury happens, I'm gonna still get mine. So it is. Yeah, I mean, is it a good thing? I don't know. I don't necessarily want to say it's a good or bad thing. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of the business.
It's the nature of the business. Exactly. It definitely is. And I feel that, like you said, it's a gamble. That a player could play great one season and you'd be like, okay, yeah, he earned that money. Or some teams will franchise tag a player and make him prove it again. Yeah. And if he proves it again, then, okay, you've earned it. You play 2 great seasons. Now you've earned that money. Now, the gamble on that side is that third season, he may not play as great as he did the 2 seasons previously to earn that contract, to earn that guaranteed money. So it's a gamble regardless. You know what I mean? But if the player can keep up that momentum, that level of talent, that level of play for multiple seasons in a row, then in a way, it's a good thing for that player and for the team, because not only is that player getting paid, but that player is living up to that payday.
And also, it's like you got to compete with the other teams. If you've got a very highly sought after free agent, and he's talking to a couple of teams, they're kind of throwing out the framework of, well, this is what I want. What can you give me? A lot of times that could be a big seller. Is okay. This is how much guaranteed money of this contract we're willing to offer you. Go to the next guy and say, well, I'm going to offer you a little more guaranteed money. That could be what locks it in. So it's not like you can just go out there and say, no, well, you know what? We ain't going to give you that. You ain't going to get that nowhere else. Oh, yeah, he will. He will. Yeah. So that guaranteed money is a big part of the contract negotiations when you're competing against other teams for these players.
Wow, breaking news. Manny Bunch just announced his retirement due to a medical issue with his knee, which is why he was cut. And yes, it is a double-edged sword in a way, yes. But the difference between the NFL and the UFL is right now the UFL has a set salary because there are no team owners for the owners to be like, hey, we want to pay you this amount and we want to offer you this contract and things of that nature. But yeah, damn, that's a big surprise. Manny Bunch retiring.
Yeah, just saw right now on my Twitter too. James Larson just
announced it. Thank you for that question, Hit. Greatly appreciate you. Now let's get into an off-topic question. I like this one too. What do you both think about the current state of superhero movies? Are they going downhill or have they just hit a wall? I love superhero movies.
Yeah, I don't think superhero movies will ever go down. To be honest, I think it's just maybe it got a little oversaturated for a bit. Yeah. Marvel was pushing out so much
at one time.
Even
over a short span.
With the series, with the shows, it's like, all right, y'all, Slow down. Let us get excited about this again, because when you
Mhm.
start oversaturating it, it's not that exciting. The stories become a little dry. It gets confusing if you're not able to tie in everything into the same story in the big
Exactly.
picture, whether it's the DCEU or the MCU.
Right.
But I think, like, maybe, like he said, maybe they just hit a wall right now. I mean, not like, we'll talk about like the Marvels. I liked that movie. I didn't love it. I liked it, but it
I
was one of
liked
those.
it.
It was
Hmm.
one, like the story, the overall story of the MCU probably didn't need it, but it was a nice little side story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
especially that end credit, that post credit.
oh yeah, yeah, I dug that.
That
I
post
dug that,
credit
and
was needed.
I felt Kamala Harris really just shined. Her character kind of made that whole movie, enjoyable. But
Hmm.
so that was one of those that it was like, I think it didn't get enough love because people are like, yeah, like maybe it's hit a wall. Maybe they're like, we got too much right now. And so
Yeah.
what they need to do is bring. It's got to be something big, Jersey. But give me your
Yeah.
thoughts on this question.
I feel the same way. I feel it hasn't gone downhill. I just feel it hit a wall. Now, when it comes to the DC side, I feel they started going downhill. That's why they hired James Gunn. And now they're picking back up pace with the new characters and the new direction that James Gunn is going to take it. And I think when it comes to Marvel, Marvel is going to elevate to the next level this go around, especially with
Yeah,
the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
going
They're
to
and they're
reset
really
what they're
banking
doing.
on this next phase that's going to bring in, like, the
The
Fantastic
mutants,
Four again, and the mutants, and yes,
hmm
the X-Men. That's
Doctor
it's
Doom,
time.
Galactus, Silver Surfer. They're still going to be, from what I'm hearing, they're still going with Kang as well. They're just recasting Kang.
Mm.
Sorry, Jonathan Majors, you effed up, brother. Marvel don't play around, especially when it comes to domestic violence and stuff like that. So you already know
Well,
he's
well,
not playing
they work for the mouse, so you can't do
around.
nothing when that mouse. When you're under the mouse, everything's got to be proper, and everything.
Exactly.
So you cannot have any red flags on your name. But I do think that Marvel, they got to bring in the characters that people want now. Okay, we're done with
Yep.
the Avengers guys for now. I would love to see another Hulk, but the Hulk, like, y'all ruined him for me. Okay, by the way, a little bit, but I
Oh
think
no,
I
the
think that they need
announcement
to do.
that they got coming with the Hulk. I think
I
one of
think
the
they need
Avengers
to.
movies in the future is going to be World War Hulk. Avengers World War Hulk.
I think they got to come with something big, though. Whether it's X-Men, something big, a big comic book name, be
Yeah.
it in an alliance or just a character that everybody knows, and it's got to be big. I'm just really a little bit disappointed that we never got we probably, I don't know if we're ever going to get the Namor movie, because Universal for some reason will not give up the rights to him for a solo movie, but they're doing nothing with it. But Deadpool,
Right.
like you said, Deadpool is going to be the movie that really has an opportunity to reignite the comic book movies, man. Because right
Yep.
now it's just a little stale,
It's a little.
you
It's
know.
out of stalemate in a way, in a
Yeah.
sense. So yeah. Thank you, Hit, for that question, man. Appreciate the love. If you want to send in your fan mail questions, you can do so right there at the gridiron podcast at gmail.com. That is the gridiron podcast at gmail.com. Also, make sure you go over to all of Double G, Gabe Garcia. Go to all his social media platforms, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you do so you can send in your fan mail to Gridiron Nation podcast at gmail.com for his show that he does every Tuesday
Yes, sir.
around 6:30, I believe.
I
I'm
know, man.
the
I
time.
know. It's me.
The
It's me.
time.
I'm like sometimes 6, sometimes 6:30. Sometimes I'm live, sometimes I'm not.
It's
You know
all
what it
good, man. But yeah, make sure you guys, if you want to send in your fan mail questions to Gridiron Nation Podcast, do so at Gridiron Nation Podcast at gmail.com.
And real
And
quick, real quick. Oh, well, you get to. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and make sure you follow the Gridiron Podcast on Facebook, because we are going to be starting to stream the show on that Facebook page
Yeah,
instead of
we
my
are
Jersey
making a
team page.
push, y'all, right now. A push to
Yes.
get followers on the Gridiron on all social media platforms. Let's build it up, man. Let's go.
And we also trying to raise those numbers on the YouTube channel. So make sure you go and subscribe to the Gridiron Podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you turn that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of the shows if you are a YouTube viewer. Also, go and download the Fuel Sports Network app and channel on your Amazon and Roku TVs and devices, man. This is the Gridiron Podcast Show brought to you by Fuel and Pro Football Alliance.
And y'all be ready, y'all. Hey, next week, we've got another podcast being added to this family of fan shows. We're finally going to have an official fan podcast. That's right. For the Arlington Renegades, Hellraisers. You know, get used to it because Jerzey going to be on there a lot. It's going to be like this, baby. So, y'all, Hellraisers podcast. Y'all be ready for it. I got a big guest, man. We're interviewing I just might as well put it out there. Caleb Vander Esch, wide receiver of the XFL.
Thank you, bro.
XFL champions.
Yes, sir.
Renegades. He will be our first guest. So I'll be dropping that on Thursday, y'all. Just start following it, man. We'll be putting it out there. Hellraisers podcast. Like I said, you're gonna see me and Jerzey on there doing a lot of shows and stuff. So y'all be ready, man. We're just in time for the season, bro. And I think, does this whole Legion now have a podcast for every team, or are they still? Almost. Okay.
Almost. Yes, we are searching for those USFL conference teams podcast shows out there too.
Wow, I got
as far as the Stallions, Showboats, and Panthers go, there is already a show for the Houston Roughnecks, the Rough 'em Up podcast. So, yes, sir. Make sure you guys get ready for the Hellraisers podcast coming Thursday live. Well, it will be premiered live on Fuel Sports Network this Thursday. So get ready for that. And of course, on all of Gabe's social media platforms. So make sure you guys get ready for that. Check that out, man. Like I said, man, we're 1 week away from the former XFL and USFL, now UFL season, baby. I am so excited. Make sure you download the app. Make sure you stay up to date with your teams. And you can find all that here on Fuel Sports Network. Yeah. All the different shows we have. We're constantly talking about it. And start paying attention to the IFL, the Indoor Football League, y'all. We're going to be starting talking about the Indoor Football League here on the show starting next week, of course. In a couple weeks, we will be having Evan Wilsmore, player personnel rep from the Vegas Nighthawks IFL team. And you guys know him from ESPN. He's been on the show before. My boy, Scooby Mageza, will be coming back on the show here soon in a couple weeks during the UFL season. He will be hosting that new UFL show that's going to be coming on after all the games during the week on ESPN Plus, I believe, with Daniel Dobbs. So you guys get ready for that. We got some guests coming on, man. Easy E was supposed to be on with us this week, but he had some things to take care of. He had some things to handle, man. So I do hope everything goes well with you, E. We hope to have you on next week. And again, man, this is what we do, man. This is the Gridiron Podcast Show. Go follow the Gridiron and Gridiron Nation.
Get hyped, y'all. Saturday. Hey, y'all want to do your part for this league to succeed. Big part of it is supporting our shows, obviously. But
yes, sir.
If you've got your own personal social medias, you know what I mean? Start following the pages. Start following the UFL page and start sharing the content. You know, that they're going to be putting out every week on game days, you know, little videos and clips. The more you start sharing it, the wider it gets. It becomes a bigger net, man. We can build this thing so that next year we got a UFL season 2.
Exactly.
That's what
just support the league. Just support the league, whether your team is there or not. You see, I tell you guys every week, man. I tell you guys every week to, you know, scan this QR code and help bring back a Vegas franchise in the UFL. There you go. There.
This is like this is like if we were doing one of those telethons, y'all. Let's do this for Jerzey, y'all. Let's do this for Jerzey. Bring back Vegas.
Bring back a Vegas franchise to the UFL.
He's got a nice little. We took him in when in Arlington. We had to. You know what I mean?
I got a temporary home.
This one of the stars of all this thing, man. Hey, he's out there. He's a free agent. Pull him in.
Rig.
We got
I'm
you.
I'm the orphan now. If you're out there watching, Rig, I'm the orphan now.
You are not an orphan.
And Arlington
You're a
picked me up.
Hellraiser
So,
this year.
you
Yeah, you're
know,
gonna be a
they
Hellraiser.
adopted me for the season until Vegas comes back.
That's
Damn
right.
it.
Let's do this for Jersey, y'all.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys, of course, I'm gonna put it up there again. Scan that QR code for the petition. Go sign that petition. Go support the push to bring back a UFL franchise in Vegas, whether it's the Gamblers, whether it's the Outlaws, whether it's the Vipers, doesn't matter. Bring us a UFL team back to Vegas, baby. Jersey needs some work to do, UFL. So don't play with me.
That's right.
Damn it.
That's right.
But yeah, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Hey, we appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Every single week that you guys ride with us, you rock with us, man. It's much appreciated. It's nothing but one love for every one of you, man. Really, we appreciate you guys.
Because without you guys, man, we wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
And
we wouldn't be able to make the show.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it, B. I'm a happy man. We had a happy little blessing coming to the family this week. So we are excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't think I was going to forget. Don't think I was going to forget.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right? You're like, slow down, B. I ain't ready to show the
My boy Gabe's a grandpappy.
I am, man. I am. I feel
Look
good.
at him. Look at him. Hold on. Let's get a close-up on the granddad. Let's get a close-up on the new granddad. Look at him. That smile, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That smile. I know when that grandboy was born, that smile came to your face, brother. I know it did.
I was hyped. See, I can't even get it off now. I'm like, man.
But congratulations.
We got new Renegades and Cowboys fan in the family, baby. He ain't got a choice. He ain't got a choice.
We gonna raise him right.
We gonna raise him right, baby.
Uncle Jersey's here for you. I'm your great uncle. Don't worry. We got you.
That's right, brother.
We them boys. We them boys. And he's going to be a Hellraiser. Oh, yeah. So congratulations, man. Definitely congratulations. Look, Rock says congratulations, OG.
Thank you, man.
Man, Giddy Up Stallions. Well, you know.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on.
All those Birmingham fans. Congrats, old man Gabe. I feel sorry for your grandpa. Your grandson.
Right? Hey, it's going to be all right, man.
He's a hater, bro.
He's going to learn how to be loyal.
But like we normally do, Gabe, why don't you go ahead and take us out, my brother?
All right, y'all. So, it's about that time of week where, you get into the weekend and we come here. We all congregate here Saturday morning, afternoon, wherever you're at, to just come and talk some football, man, have some laughs, enjoy life a little bit, because what every week, man, we're all dealing with all this BS that life's throwing at us, right? We all got our issues going on. We all got, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's just, something with school, whatever it is, man. Everybody's got their stresses. We all do. But what I want to remind you guys is that none of it isn't anything that you cannot get past, okay? Sometimes we just got to focus on finding the solution and not focus on the problem, however big or small it is. You know what I mean? It's called adapting. It's called evolving. Kind of like water. You just got to flow around it, y'all. Because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, all y'all got to do is be water, my friends. Be water,
my friends. Well, I'll at y'all next week. The Gridiron Podcast Show, presented by Fuel and Pro Football Alliance, live. Fuel Sports Network. We'll see y'all next week, man. Holla at your boys.